Welcome back to Rome 2 Total War. I've just clicked the button thinking, I think I'm ready to start showing the video now, but I'm not sure I am really, but anyway, let's go for it now. I think I've spent enough time thinking about it. Godrosia. In Godrosia, I've decided I want to get rid of this stable here because I don't see any point in having that one, so let's get rid of that. Not only that, yeah, it's the place where it is. You can see on the bottom right hand map there, right in the south in that bay there, and it's just, well, you can call it a bay, and it's just, anyway, don't need it there. I need to put something else there that's going to be more useful to me. I just hope that I can get something that's more useful to me. I've got a plan for what I'd like to go in there. Let's see if I can get it or not. Anyway, Aria. Over in Aria, I've got a plan also about all the places I'm going to do after this as well, to make changes to those, but this is just so I can get up to my first battle. So in Aria I want to get rid of the nobles' palaces. Yeah, it's a time for destruction this time, so there go the nobles' palaces. I thought there was another one that I wanted to do as well, but I can't find it right now. Okay, the other thing I know that I've got to do is, this is what I planned, you see, is upgrade the forces. The other thing you don't know I've planned is what's going to happen after this turn, which is all the provinces that I'm going to go through in detail. But I don't want to do that yet. I just want to destroy the most important ones and then build up in the next one. So I know it's not the most efficient way of doing it, but it makes best for, I think it's best, I should say, for videoing anyway. So, you know, viewing, I suppose, is the best way to describe it, isn't it? Right, okay, on here I want to upgrade these forces. I want the one that gives me melee. Yeah, I've checked all these things out in advance. Movement speed for all light cavalry units. No, don't want that one. Which one is it? Inflicted by melee units. That's the one. Brilliant. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is I've found out that this army down here, in fact I could have found it then through forces, there's an army down here. I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Right, I knew it was one of those, I wasn't sure which one it was. Basically they're not moving anywhere now. I don't know why, but I assume I asked them to go somewhere, but I don't know now. So if I get him to come through there somewhere, I don't know exactly where, and I'm not really too bothered. The others have already been asked to move that way, so they're on, say, an automated part of their move. Oh, I can feel a sneeze coming on. Ah, well, I killed the volume there, but that was such a loud sneeze. I probably knocked everybody's heads off there with that one, I think. Unless I get a chance to go back and cut this little bit out, which leads me to another thing. I'm hoping to remove, not remove, well, I'm hoping to remove a little bit of this video where the sneezing was going on, but I'm hoping to try my other recording software, something that I use for something else when I do videos, see if it'll work with this. So if there are any problems on this video, then it's associated with that, but I think it might be worth giving it a try. Okay, what have I got now? Trespassing, yeah, well, there's no surprise there. We're carrying on. We're in this person's territory, that's the thing. Ah, now that's something I thought I might try. I thought I might try and find out if, where are they? They're Cyrenaians, aren't they? No. Damn, suspected as much. Cancel that. They're not at war with somebody. I was hoping they'd be at war with somebody so I could declare around about now, but maybe they'll be at war with somebody next turn. I really don't know, but let's hope so. Right, okay, the other thing that I wanted to do was recruit some ships, or build ships, but they call it ship recruitment. And I want them over here somewhere. I think it's around here. Yep, that's the one I wanted, Sinope. So, let's get some race forces. I don't know if it's reinstating legacy is useful. Will it tell me anything about them here? 343. Is that them on the left there? Candidate. Right, okay, it's not really telling me anything, is it? But these here, it's telling me rank 2. So this is a rank 2 person. I don't know, Crimson Tide sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds like he's been at sea, doesn't it? So let's reinstate that one then. Bearing in mind we're not going to have another civil war, supposedly. Let's blooming hope they don't change that one. So, right, recruit the units, and I want some of these. No, can't get any more. Let's just have 3 of those for now then. See where we go with the others. Oh, what these are. Oh, plenty of troops that I can get in there, so it's got to be good. I also want a fleet in here, you know, my other place where I've got an advanced port. The only problem with this one is that, already made a mistake again. Right, raise forces in here. I can get, well, reinstate legacy again, and I'll get this level 2 one then. Yep, recruit. What I'd like to do really is recruit in here as well, but I can't do because I've already recruited in this same sea area, so you'll see that here, I imagine. Yeah, you see, I can't. Yeah, it's going to take 2 turns, isn't it, for whatever I get. So anyway, the mistake I made was to recruit in here before putting my ships inside. Now we're covered by Bithynia at the moment, which is alright, but I don't want to take the risk, so we'll move those ships into here. Remember, whenever you get a general or an admiral, he's always recruited just outside the area rather than inside the area, which can cause problems. Okay, so let's get these then. Try 4th again. I know I couldn't get it before, but I don't know, you never know. Well, you do know really, don't you? Right, now I want to set the Bithynians a target somewhere. They're a satrapy of mine. Oh, in fact, before I do that, let's raise some troops in here as well. I'd like some troops in here. What can I get? I can get can I get these really? Is there any better buildings in here? Oh, wrong thing. In fact, completely the wrong thing. Let's look in here. Yeah, I'm waiting, aren't I? 3 more turns before I get it. This will probably be 3 turns as well. Light horse studs. Wealth, increased experience level. So, I don't know, it gives me horse skirmishes. What does this get? Well, I know it gives me the exotic animals. Wealth from livestock. It takes 3 turns. I'm going to get that one as well, actually. I've probably got that on my list. Remember I said I've got a list of things to build and I'm going to do that next turn. Well, that was probably on the list, but I'm going to get it now because, well, start recruiting for it now because I'll start building for it now rather, so that I can be recruiting from it soon. So, right, okay, 13 in here. Let's see if I can recruit. I don't know what to get now. Perhaps some more of these and some archers. Can I get 4? Oh, I can get 4. That was worth a shot, wasn't it? See what I mean? Sometimes it's worth giving it a go because I can't tell. I can't work out which ones I can get 4 in, which ones I can get 3 in. I've seen this unit here. I think I want him going up that way, whichever way he's heading. Oh, he is going that way anyway. Do I want him all the way? I don't think I do want him all the way up there. No. He can go that way, but I think I need somebody to defend this part here when the time comes. You see what I'm thinking now? I'm thinking instead of going up there for that one, because that one is defended anyway, because it'll be behind the border, not completely defended, but you know what I mean. Whereas the ships can come in and attack here, which is partly why I need to build up a bit of a navy in here as well. You can see where my next target is going to be. It's over the top here, isn't it? You know, it's over in the northwest, something like that. I really don't know. Right, okay, I am recruiting in here, aren't I? Yes, I am. I am recruiting those in there. What I'm not doing yet is recruiting in here, and I ought to be, really. So, oh, they haven't got very good troops, have they? Aha! They have now. Oop, a little bit quicker than I should have been. So, I don't know, can I get anything in here? Is it? No, can't really in there, so I'm going to leave that then. Okay, well that's more than I intended to do this turn, so I'll probably find I'm doubling up on some things, because some places where I wanted to build, I've now started to build that I'd planned for next turn. But I did want to give the Bithynians a target, didn't I? Now, Bithynians, where are we? Here. Now, you know how you can set somebody a target? Well, here it is. Yeah, it's because they're a satrapy, you see. So if I give them somewhere that there's no way they're ever going to be able to get, like, say, here, yeah, that might do it, mightn't it? Okay. So I never know if I've actually set the target or not for them, you know. I mean, what tells me that that target has been set? So if I right-click it, I get that. If I left-click it, nothing happens. It stays on that. Set war coordination target. So I can only assume that's it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyway, what I'm up to now, 9 minutes, and I'm desperate to have that battle with those retiring Aracosians. And that's really what this is all about. That's why I didn't want to do the building as well on this video, because there's about, I don't know, 10, 12 places where I'm going to be building in, and I didn't want that to cut so much into the video that there wouldn't be time to fight the battle, because I do want to I know it's only going to be an easy battle for me really, but it'll give me an opportunity to see some of the blood and gore, which by the way now I know I've got. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I did the update again. Not the update, I did the DLC basically. I downloaded the downloadable content which was blood and gore. I thought I'd done it before and I was waiting for it to appear, but it wasn't there, and when I checked it wasn't there on my system at all, so something had gone wrong. It had not downloaded. Now whether there'd been some connection problems at that time, I just assumed that it was happening. I was in the middle of something else, I really don't know, but it didn't happen. So anyway, I tested it today. What I did was I turned my computer on and then tested it to see that the gore option is showing. Do you remember I showed on the previous video the settings on there, and gore wasn't showing on it? Well, now it is, which leads me on to what I was about to say right at the beginning of the video, which was I wanted to ask something about this new thing that's come up. And what it is well, it's not new, it's been around some time now really, but I haven't used it really. I think I know one person on it. It's called Google Plus. And the Google Plus, people request to be friends with you, almost like happens with Facebook. Well, I haven't used Facebook really. Only in the last few months have I started to use Facebook, but I don't use it regularly. I have I have something called I don't know, I won't even go into detail because it's not even related to this really. It's not related to the Rome Total War 2. But basically I've got a Facebook page, and the Facebook page promotes my hobby business, which is basically recreating historical artifacts. So I created a Facebook page. Well, you can't have a Facebook page without having a Facebook ID, so I created a Facebook ID. Well, various people that have bought things from me wanted to show pictures of what they bought from me and stuff like that, and in order for them to send photographs I needed to use Facebook, needed them to become friends on Facebook. So I've now got about a dozen or so friends on Facebook, because it fits with what I'm doing and selling. Well, that doesn't really go with this. It doesn't really go with the videos that I'm making on here on YouTube, which leads me to a slightly new question which I'm coming to in a minute. So Google Plus, various people have said, and one is a very, very long-term subscriber who said, oh, can we join on Google Plus or whatever you call it? I thought, well, I don't know how to use it, I don't know what it's for, I don't know anything about it, so I'd like to know a little bit of information please about Google Plus and how it can be useful when you're playing games like these. So okay, population surplus, which leads me to my second question. Right, increase in rank, yeah, thank you very much. Trespassing, Cyrenaica. Right, okay, well we know we're doing that, don't we? I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll bring up my next question while I'm waiting for the battle to load up, because surely there's going to be a battle in this. Hidden agent exposed, thank you, fashioned. Oh no! That was my biggest dread. Damn, that's why I set a target for the Bithynians. I bet you the Bithynians have gone and wiped out, because they're a satrapy. So they're now... Oh, no they haven't done, have they? They're still there. Hang on. Didn't it just say Bithynians? Oh yeah, that's right, Bithynians. Yeah, that's what's happened. The Bithynians have come in here and taken out the Aracosians and robbed me of the opportunity of defeating a faction and therefore increasing my Imperium. Because you increase it every time you defeat a faction as well. I think people have accomplished many great things. Power is feared by their enemies, coveted by their own. Civil war is oh, I know, I'm always getting that, aren't I? I don't know, it doesn't tell you on there, does it, how to do it, how to increase your Imperium or Gravitas or whatever you want to call it. But that is so disappointing, because I wanted to use that as my blood and gore demonstration. I'm really, really peeved about that. And I was going to ask my second question, which I'm going to ask now. Just so disappointed. I wanted that battle. Right. Okay. First of all, No. Okay, let's ask the question first while I'm thinking about this. Not thinking about it, doing this. And that is, if I'm going to get them in here, I've got a choice where I can get my ships, you see. Can I get them here or in here? I'm going to get them in here on this occasion. So recruit units, and I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 in here as well. Can I get 4? No, I can't. Right, question is, I have a mixture of videos. I have videos that I use for my business that demonstrate what I do on my 17th century recreations. They're all on the same YouTube channel as this, and they're all mixed up. I know I've got playlists for each of them, but anybody that goes to look at a playlist of my business ones are going to see all these videos, and the two don't go together. I really need another separate YouTube channel. So there's my second question. First one, Google Plus, how useful is it? Second one, is it worth, and can I, not is it worth, but how do I set up a separate channel and transfer my videos over? Can I have 2 channels when of course I only have one email address or user ID or whatever it is? I don't know. How do I set up that other channel? I do have more than one email address, if that helps. And then can I transfer my videos across to the other channel? Anyway, if anybody knows any answers, I'd appreciate what you've got to say. Anyway, I've got plenty of slingers in here, so I certainly don't need any more of those. I could do really with ganging up on this place, moving towards him with the intention of taking it, but these guys here haven't really built themselves up enough yet. I need a bigger force before I start moving. So I'm going to just recruit in this one, recruit units, so I'll get 2 and then some more slingers because I like them. No, can't get 2 in there. Well, sorry, I can't get an additional 1 in there. Over here I'm going to get, what am I going to get? Slingers, axemen, all sorts of stuff. Good stuff. Now, more axemen, I suppose. 4. That's my maximum 20. Right, okay. Do I get rid of something? No, I don't think I do. I think that is a pretty well mixed army, really. So I'll keep that. In fact, really, I could have done with advancing those to there, because I want to take this place out over here, don't I, eventually? Anyway, let's run through all the places. I've got on my list here, Sinope is the one that I want more ships. Oh, look at that. That is looking very vulnerable. But that'll be part of Sinope, it is, and part of this place here as well, Trapezois. This is where Nicomedia, is. You see, it's never a good idea to... Oh, Mazaka. Where's Nicomedia then? I was going to say Bithynia have got one of my regions. That is the one I most want to take. It's Athens really that I need to go to war with more than these guys up here. But having said that, I need to take these guys in order to move round to here and block off this area. So I need to do both really. So can I do both at once, or do I do one at a time? Really not too sure, but I'm going to have 3 armies up there in the north, and I think 3 armies up there in the north is going to be enough to carry that one off. I really hope so. Right, okay. Provinces. Let's go over to the provinces, decide what we're going to do. Right, I'm going to have to do them in the order that I planned, so if I double up on any that I looked at last time, then that's just tough titty, as we used to say. Right, where is it? Right, I've got them the wrong way around, that's what the problem is. Let's reverse them. I want to start with Arabia Magna. There we go, Arabia Magna. And over in Arabia Magna I want to build outskirts. You see, I could go into detail about why I want to do all of this, but there's no need, because you can see on the left there what the advantages of these places are, so I'm not going to talk through them. Now, Aria, I'm going to get nomad camps, and I'm going to get them here. Food, obviously. Don't need to tell you that, do I? Anyway, Bactria. There we go, Bactria. Fire altar and farm. So, which one can I get the fire altar in? Fire altar and farm. And like I said, you can always freeze frame those, or pause rather, I should say, not freeze frame. That's what I do, isn't it? When I'm doing my recording and stuff. I don't actually do it anymore. I haven't done it for a long time. Right, Cilicia. In Cilicia, I want outskirts in here as well. Weird when that happens, isn't it? When it seems to go to this one when you're actually dealing with this one. But anyway, we can live with it, can't we? Gedrosia. Gedrosia. Where are you, Gedrosia? Gedrosia. Good. Now, in Gedrosia, I want a shrine in here, I think. Yes. Now, you might say, why don't I deal with these other places and various other things that I can do? There are reasons for it. I could get rid of these, of course, because I don't need them anymore, but I also don't need to make those changes. I don't want the squalor from other changes that I might make, and also I've got some other buildings that are planned for the future when you see this research down here, when the research is done as well. So they don't call it research, do they? Yeah, it is actually research. So okay, next one, Media Magna, this one. Most of these places are perfectly happy, by the way. Some of them need a little tinkering, and that's partly what I'm doing here. So right, I want an Adobe Maker in here. Okay, Adobe Maker. And I also want the Eastern Mayor field. And again, on the left there, you can see why I want that. And I want the Eastern Small Town. Maybe I'll explain why I want this. I want that because it's good, because of trade and because of income, because it's iron, and also this will give me a plus 20, so it easily cancels out any effects of public order that I get from there. Okay, Mesopotamia. I thought I'd just explain that one just in case it wasn't straightforward. Just on watching it quickly here. So on here I want number 1. Where are you? I want outskirts. Outskirts. Okay, good. And in Nabatea, I want nomad camps. Number 2. Where is it? Oh, I've got that I want it there, but I don't. Where do I want nomad camps? Oh dear, it's probably not going to let me have it in here. Yeah, it does. Brilliant. Okay, I wasn't sure which one I was going to go for, but it's a bit of actually. I'm just thinking, well, I've got a farm in there already, so I should be able to have another farm because I've already built farms in there, so I can. Sometimes, because you've got a farm in there, you can't have one in there, so you think, well, do I go for that one? Do I go for that one? It's so touch and go. You really don't know. Right, okay, I've now got on my piece of paper, defeat the Arachosians. Damn, that was what the plan was. It's not going to work. Right, now Caucasia. I think Caucasia is the one that I've already done. Is it Caucasia? Yeah, Caucasia. I think this is the one I've already done the stables with. Yeah, it is. Look, yeah, exotic studs. That's what I intended to do this time. Right, now I think I've done these as well. In Siracena, which is... Where are you, Siracena? Ah. Ha ha ha. I think the problem with that was because I've already done it and they're in these areas here. Faces? Siracena. There you go. I spelt it with a C on my bit of paper here. Stupid. Right, am I recruiting there? Yes, I am. I got a note on here to say recruit and to recruit in Faces, which is just below. Well, that was going to be my video because I expected a battle as well, a fairly simple one that I was going to show gore on. So it's 23.5 minutes. I timed it really well, I thought, by checking out all the different places, doing it over 2 turns, so that I could have that battle in there, and the battle didn't come off. It's really no, anyway, I've moaned about it enough. I've moaned about it too much, in fact. Really, what I should do now is go further, and I should just go and take out Athens, shouldn't I? Go to war with Athens and take them out, because I'm annoyed that the Arachosians... Right, okay, what am I going to do with these guys? They've got to go somewhere. I can't just leave them lying around here. They've got to defend places. They've got to be useful. So, right, okay, is he on normal movement? I hope he is. He's going to go into there for now. Basically defending borders. Can he recruit? I think he will be able to. Hope so, unless something is also recruiting in that area. Actually, before I do that, Iconium might be in the same province as this place down here as well, Tarsus. So I need to check that one out, don't I? So let's take him off his extra super duper movement. He's got 19. Ah, that's good then. So I can recruit in here, hopefully. I'll get... Maybe just, top him up with that. Maybe I should get rid of those. What else can I get in here? Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, let's get rid of those. And recruit. Yep, I'm going to get rid of you. And recruit in here. So this is going to be 2 recruits in here. Probably one more than I need. Anyhow, okay, recruit. Why aren't you letting me recruit you? You're being stupid again. Okay, let me recruit you now. I want these guys. Pretty good. 32 melee impact of those troops. So, well, not impact as in charge bonus, but... Okay, let's see what I can get on here now. I think I'll get less here now because of that. But I've got 16 in here. It might be nice just to have some slingers. Let's see if we can get some slingers. Yes. Now, I think there's going to be a problem getting any more now. Can I get these? Oh, they're in a separate province. Excellent. Right, so I can now get... yeah, can't get that many, but... Okay, got another 3, making it up to 19. Excellent. Okay, that's going to be 2 full armies in that place down there then, isn't it? In those places down there, I ought to say. Now, this place, nothing in place down there. I really do need to move. In fact, that's where those other troops are going to go. I'm moving north now, I think. I think that's probably all my forces moving either in position... Oh no, hang on, there's these guys here, isn't there? Now these... Where are you? Where are you? Oh, maybe the army's moved on. Is it you then? And you are moving, aren't you? It shows on this bottom map here that I've got something down here, and I thought it was an army, but it's not. It's him, isn't it? That's a pain. Right, where's the other one? There is another one here. I think he's some kind of diplomat. There's the army. Aha! Now that army needs to come out of here. Probably needed to come out last turn, but I didn't move him. So where are we going to move him to then? Shortest route for him. Well, I need to check it out, don't we? So let's get him on here, and then move it. Let's see how far he can get this way first of all. So if he moves over to... He's got to be on a sort of land area really, hasn't he? He doesn't need to be down south where the Egyptians... No, it can't be here, surely. It can't be that far. That's going to be purple to get to. Beyond purple. Okay, that should be a film, shouldn't it? Beyond purple. Right, okay. Then up here. Off the scale by the look of it. I can't even see purple up there. Look at that. Miles of... Look! Oh, there it is, purple. Right, beyond purple. Probably a similar distance then, isn't it? I think these will have moved on by the time he gets there. I really don't see any point in moving him somewhere where it's going to take him 5 turns to get into action. I think the most likely place that isn't going to move, he says, hopefully, perhaps not hopefully, but I think you know what I mean, is going to be this area here. So let's move him this way then. Okay, beyond purple. So is he moving? Yeah, look at this. I love it when it does that. It's great, isn't it? And you can see them move on the bottom right map as well. You see them moving across there? It's really good. I like that. Because it's real time, isn't it? Yeah, not real time, but do you know what I mean? It's in sync, I suppose is the best way to describe it, isn't it? So, right, okay, maybe I'm just going to have to go to war with the Syracusans, or whatever you call it. You know, those that are down in the Egyptian place. I've checked them out, by the way. They're not at war with anybody, so I can't join a war. All that I can do is just go for them. So let's click over to here, perhaps just straight over there, and see if I can get this guy moving somewhere that might become eventually useful. So over to perhaps there. Okay, disruption. No, I don't want that. Oh, no, I don't want that. I don't want him to do anything stupid. I just want him to move, please. Okay, is he moving? Yes, he is. Now this time I can't see him move because I haven't got forces on it, have I? Something went dlumph then. I don't know what that meant, but... Okay, let's go back to forces. Is it that one? No, it isn't. That's event messages, you fool. Forces. Good. Right, here we go. There's this guy left, and I think he is a champion. Where is he? Yes. Yep, okay. And we'll get him also moving in this direction somewhere. So, okay, him over to here. Da-dumph. You see, what I'd like to do before going to war with Athens, I'd like to have a navy that can defend this area here. And you've seen me begin to build up my ships. They're in the same province, unfortunately. So when I recruit to one of them, can't recruit to the other. It's only 3 per turn, maybe 4 on one of them. I've got 3 in one of them, which means 17, which means at least 3 turns, 5, 10, 15. Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 15. Anyway, so 5 turns. So to get another 15, which really is plenty of time for these guys to get into position. So my main attack here is going to be in around about 5 turns time. I'm now up to 30 minutes and it's a nuisance. What I now need to do really is plan ahead, because I hadn't done that. I'd expected this to be my grand finale. Really? What are they? They are Egyptian rebels. Right. Okay. I wonder if Egyptian rebels count as Egyptians. At what point do they actually become? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to save it here, because I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's just do a Control S on here. Did that happen? That didn't work. Just Control S, isn't it, for save? Yeah. Okay, it's happening now. Right, okay, so that's saving up to this point here. The reason why I'm doing this is, some time ago we got an update 4 or 5 or something like that to Rome Total War 2, and it said because they were doing it because the overall screen, the one I'm about to look at now, freezes on diplomacy. And while I've been looking for diplomacy for just this kind of reason, it has frozen on me. If it freezes this time, I'm going to turn everything off, restart, and go back to where I was before. Let's see if it happens. Right, okay. It did say there are times when it happens. Right, now I can't see anything that says rebels in there. No. Okay, now it was the Cyrenaians. And yeah, they're just at war with slaves, aren't they? See what I mean? I can't join a war. My only choice really is to fight them. And all I know is that they are... well, there's an undiscovered faction that would go to war with me, probably, if I went to war with them. And two undisclosed factions. So I suppose, if anything, it will disclose their factions, won't it? So that could be a good thing. Look, I'm there anyway, aren't I? So I might as well just go for it, haven't I? It's going to extend my video on 32 minutes now. Oh no. But I bet you he can reach over to there. Do I use my men to reduce the place first? I don't think I'm going to need to. Let's see how far he can go first. Oh, general can increase as well. I think it's a general, is it? Agent details, so that's not a general. What's that one? That's the general. So agent, what can he do? He can improve my campaign map movement range. That would be nice. I think I'll go for... I think I'm going to go for that. Campaign map movement range. Does it say when with army? I think it does, doesn't it? When accompanying a general, well, he is. So I think I'm going to go for that, because that could make the difference in getting there and not getting there for a start. It looks like he's easily going to get there, doesn't it? Let's get him part way there and see what happens. I'm curious what sort of army is in here, because I might need some troops from over here as well to help. I don't, do I? You see, there's no risk. If I take here, there's nothing that can attack me down here anywhere. He's got this port, but I'm totally outnumbering him. So, I mean, he could come and attack my ports over here, actually. Now there's a point. I think I need to build up my port here. Maybe I should have done this before. In fact, I should have done this before. Should I build that up as well? Do I really need quality troops in there? I might do, you know, actually. I'm going to go for that. Yeah, it improves wealth and things, doesn't it? And not only that, it means I can put them on ships and move them over to places like Italy, across the sea. Italy's one of my targets, so let's go for that. Anyway, the reason why I was actually looking at this was that I thought it might be an idea to get some more ships, reinstate. They're just level 1 generals. Do I need them? Sea serpents. Yeah, well, okay. I'll go for a level 1 general. Let's reinstate him as well then. Okay, so recruit there. Right, and then put him back in there. Yes, thank you. And then recruit to that. Okay, so... Hey? Oh dear. It's not a good enough port to recruit to. He's only got one of those. What's he got in here? He's got a trading port. What's he got? Oh, I haven't got any decent ports on this side. Damn. How well defended is this? It has in Tyros 10. It's not walled. Hillmen, Eastern Spearmen, Mob 10 is not a lot to defend a place like that with. What do I do? I'm just thinking, if I go to war with the Egyptians, are them or their friends going to go and attack up there? I could always put him in there to help defend it and build him up, couldn't I? Because I don't think I need him down here. I don't need him around Jerusalem anymore. You see, there's another one. I've left him outside the town, haven't I? While I've recruited. See, someone could land here, but they can't directly attack. You know, from the sea. I think it might be an idea if no, I'm going to leave him here, and then he can move up to there and help out there. Right, okay, so we'll leave those in there to defend that place with the garrison, and then in here I will recruit more ships. I don't know, does it matter? Really don't see any point in the javelin men. I want something that outranges him. So we'll go for those. Okay, right, I think that's probably decent enough in there. It's basically because I want to go to war with the Egyptians now, because I'm frustrated that I didn't get to do what I really wanted to do. The other frustrating thing, of course, is these guys. Because, I don't know. I know, before I make my final decision, I'll send an agent to go and have a look over here and see what these Egyptian types have got around here. Because you might find there are some decent troops around here somewhere. No, nothing at all. Do I use him to go further? I think I'm going to have to. Aha! These are the main Egyptian force, and they're too far away to help. And in fact, they're on run mode as well, aren't they? 18. They've got some swordsmen, but I don't think I'm too worried about those. I think I've got to take this place now before he comes up here and defends it. I suspect these are all in the same region. Parthia, whatever. No, they're not actually. They're in my region. So these are rebelled in this region here. They're not happy, and yet my guys, Myos Hormos and Diospolis, or whatever you call it, they are happy. Okay, well, we're going to take this place. What am I up to? 37 minutes. Damn, I didn't want a video that's going to be this long. But it's going to have to be. I don't know what these guys have got. Do you know, they probably haven't even got a garrison. If they've had a rebellion, I bet there's no garrison. Come on, why aren't you showing me? Let's have a look. Right, okay. Alexandria. 480. He has got a full garrison there. Pikemen. Now this is going to be fighting over the walls. I'm going to do that one between videos because it's just going to be a long battle, that one. You know, can you imagine going over the walls and the corners like I've done before with my swordsmen? These are going to come up in support. They'll be part of the same battle. 10 in there, and of course I've got 12 in there, so plenty of reinforcements to come on. And like I said, it's going to be going over the corners. It's going to be my swordsman fighting his pikemen, but I'll put some archers on the walls as well to shoot down at his pikemen. He's got some Egyptian archers, but only 2 lots. I bet you he stands them around the gate. So if there are some highlights to show, I'll show you. Other than that, I'm going to take the easy option, which I'm not ashamed of. Basically because I want to show the blood and gore. Yeah, this is the thing. This is the most important thing. Right, let's go to war then with Cyrenaica. And again, it stands that if if it freezes on here, then where are you? Cyrenaica. There we go. Right. Initiate diplomacy. I'd offer demand. Right, declare war. Okay, and they're going to go to war with me, aren't they? So, Nasamones and Masaisili. Right, I tell you what, I'm going to write those down. Not so that I can pronounce them, but because I know who I need to try and get peace with after I've declared this war. So it is Nasamones. I don't see how I can create peace with them if I can't even see them, because they won't be showing on my list for negotiation, will they? Aesylii. Okay, they're the two now that may go to war with me. If they don't, then I'll just cross them off, of course. Bithynia. Do I want Bithynia to go to war with them? Well, why not? They have to. Yeah, why not? I could have maybe kept them out of it. I'm not going to. Let's get Bithynia involved in that war and see what happens. If they get out of order, I'm just going to wipe them out, because it's just ridiculous if they start taking territories that are so important to myself. So we're going to take this place, and then I'm going to go in and take these guys as well, because they're always going to be increasing, aren't they? I wonder if he can move any further. No, I moved him his full amount, didn't I? So right, okay, well let's go in against here then. I don't suspect he's got a very good force. Memphis. He has got some pikemen, Egyptian infantry, mob, Egyptian archers. Okay, well I'm going to get in there, and then what I'm going to do is show excerpts. But what I'm not going to do is stop the video while I'm getting into the battle, because I know exactly what that's going to do. It's going to step out the syncing of the video and the sound. So if I save it at this point here, and then right, okay, that's what I'm doing now. I'll save it at this point here. Instead of cutting the video when I go into the battle, I think that's probably the best way until I've sorted out the syncing problems. I am going to have to test this syncing problem with my not new, but my different software that I've got, you know, for recording. I use it for recording from my camcorder. Okay, right, well, before, as I said, I get into this, because normally what I do is I get in, the bar starts to come up, and then halfway through the bar I think, oh, it's taking too long, so I stop the video recording, and then the processor's thinking, and I think that's what causes the problem with the sound. So this is a little bit of a test. Anyway, I'll get into the battle. See you soon, folks. Don't forget my 2 questions, by the way. YouTube, and the other one, Google+. Back in a second. Okay, well here's proof positive, I think, that the blood and gore works, because look at this. Oh yeah, and this is just from my slingers. It's going to be, I think, a fairly predictable battle, but I'll show you what's happening. Let's get it on slow speed so you can get an idea how it works. I think that's slow, isn't it? Slow motion, yeah. Okay. Now, actually, we seem to be shooting at the troops behind for some reason. Oh. These guys don't seem to be concerned at all, do they? Well, that's because why are we shooting at somebody behind? That's really weird. I don't understand that. Right, okay, what I'm going to do then is take them off auto fire, which is, well, fire at will, and then put them back on fire at will, and see if they'll fire at these. Shoot at these. I think they will. I think this is why they do what they do, you know, why they advance to within your firing range and then retreat, so you'll continue to shoot at them when you're right on the extreme of the range. Well, I'm going to hit these guys. These dead on the floor here, by the way, are the ones that have been hit before, the ones that have been standing here before. Oh yes, I think we can see that the blood and gore is definitely working now. 116 out of 160. Again, we're on slow speed, as usual. It's a shame that the people that are going down are the ones that are furthest away from us. I bet you if I move my... oh, let's take them off this again, and then put them on when the next lot move into position. Otherwise, what will happen is we'll go on shooting at those that are just outside our range. Let's see where the range is. Yeah, it's just there, you see. So some of them will be able to be right on the edge of some of them. So now we're going to shoot at the ones that we can shoot at when they come within our range. So is it these Egyptian infantry? And we've even got now precision shot. So fire at will and precision shot. Let's look further down the line this time. Let's look down here where most people fall. Let's see what happens this time. And again, we're on slow motion so that we can see in detail how the blood and gore works. I am going to go in there, close combat of course, when the time comes, you know, when we've run out of shot or pellets or stone, whatever you want to call it, missiles anyway, and then we go in with the swords, and then we'll see what happens. Right. Oh, pretty amazing, aren't they? Like bullets, aren't they, these slingshots? I don't know why we're not firing though, or why we're not hitting anybody anyway. Come on. You know what's going to happen, don't you? The minute I decide to go and have a look at the slingers to see what they're doing will be the very minute that the shot goes in, and I'll miss it. Come on. I suppose I could pause it and go and have a look, couldn't I? Oh. Well, I don't think we even shot there. I don't think we even got a shot in there. Right, okay. Well, let's take them off the auto fire and then put them back again on the auto fire. This time I'm going to target them. Is anybody going? I bet you he was shooting at the ones behind. These. Let's try these. Egyptian infantry eager. Right, at least this time we know who they're going to shoot at. Then I'll go in there and take them off it, because I don't want them chasing anybody back, because that's what happens with these, you know. Once you start to hit somebody, then they retreat and drag your forces in behind them. Oh, blimey, he's in a bit of a bad way, isn't he? Huh. Why aren't we... Oh, I'm going to have to put it on normal speed because this is driving me mad. Come on. What on earth? I didn't see anything. What is going on? Are they shooting or what? What's happening here? I don't know what's going on here. Well, look at that. I told you, didn't I? The minute I go and have a look at them, they'll start shooting. Now, of course, I targeted them on those guys there, so maybe they're just going to keep shooting at those all the time now. So, right, okay. They can't do though, can they? Because they're part of a formation group. So I don't think they will. I think they'll just stand there. Well, it would certainly make sense, wouldn't it? Let's take them off this and put them back on this again anyway. So, and then we'll see what happens. Look, I could see it then. I could see they're shooting at that target there instead of these here. What is weird, isn't it? What's going on? There's something odd going on here. Let's try that again. Let's get them on here. We need to be shooting at the most lucrative target, don't we? Really, and surely that is the nearest one. You know, that's just ridiculous. Let's have a look now. See what happens now. Yeah, we are shooting at them now. Oh great, so I go and look at the ones we're not shooting at. Oh dear me. Right, okay. Right. Okay, let's hit these this time then. Egyptian pikemen. Oh dear, I'm up to 48 minutes now. Well, if I'm going to show any axemen doing anything, I'm going to have to stop this soon. But you know what it's like, it's just this all the time, that's all I'm doing. So, oh, that was a good hit. Yeah. Okay, right, well what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this one now, and then I'm going to bring you in when the axemen start to do their work. There are some archers that can cause me some problems. Maybe I will shoot over the top and see if I can hit out at their archers. Probably means he's going to bring his archers forward, but I think it's going to be a wise thing. It'd be nice to get rid of the pikemen though, because they are the better ones of his infantry. He's got quite a few of them now, hasn't he, as well? Egyptian archers. Oh, has he got two lots of archers? No, the same ones, I think. Mob. they're a waste of time. I'm not going to go anywhere near the mob, and he isn't committing them either, is he? Egyptian infantry and archers. I think really his pikemen and his archers are the key ones for me to hit, aren't they? Right, okay, they're Egyptian pikemen. We're obviously shooting straight through these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for his archers next. I want them out of the way when my swordsmen go in. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. I suspect he's going to come out and attack me now, but anyway, we'll see. I'll bring you back in anyway when we start to commit the swordsman. Back in a second, folks. Well, just in case we don't get the opportunity to go in with our axemen, I thought I'd better bring you back in now. It looks like, yeah, I thought that might be the case. We managed to shoot at his archers over the top of everybody else, and of course he couldn't reach me, so that was the end of them. We could hit these. It's a bit disappointing because it means that I'm not able to show the axes going and everything, but I'm not going to commit my men for no reason. Why take the archery fire? Well, why take hits from pikemen and everything when I really don't need to? But the main thing is that the download has worked, hasn't it? The DLC has definitely worked. So why is it doing that now? End battle. I want to end battle. You see why I don't bother showing these generally? There's just no point, is there? I mean, I've killed 1,264 men. Nobody escapes anyway because we're attacking a settlement, so they're all trapped in there. You can see how many these are just allocated hits, aren't they? But look at it, 454, 231, 299. I mean, just massive hits from the slingers. They really are just the powerhouse of this system. I just hope the Total War team aren't watching this, because they're bound to reduce their firepower even more, aren't they? When you think about it, you can destroy a complete garrison of 2, 4, 6, 8 units. Is that right? 9 units? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 units. 9 complete units, including Egyptian infantry, including the pikemen, all those. But you can destroy the whole lot, including the mob and everything, with just 3 lots of slingers. Gone, finished. Nobody else has to do anything. So, basically, if I knew this, what I would do is advance on a place with loads and loads of banners. I'd have my spare slingers at the back, or my support infantry or women or whoever it was, any boys, anybody I could get, to just wave the flags about and everything, stick the pikes in the ground, make it look as though I've got a massive army behind, throw the slingers out in front, and then just missile everybody, and that's the end of it, isn't it? Mind you, things like that have happened, haven't they? So it is reasonable, I suppose, that it could happen and morale would break, but really, this is, I'm using these almost like artillery fire, and I am surprised that they can outrange archers. That to me is just extraordinary. It really is. And I know it's a massed firepower thing, and that's why they're causing so much damage rather than incredible accuracy, but it wouldn't surprise me with these slings. They couldn't be extremely accurate. I mean, it's the old David and Goliath story, isn't it, for a start? So that was certainly a David and Goliath for the slingers, not for the whole army, but you just say, the general just goes out to the slingers and say, okay, destroy his entire army and take it for me without losing a man. Oh, that's pretty David and Goliath, isn't it, really? Yeah, alright, boss. Okay, where am I? Occupy, yep. Good.
Ready for order.
And what else did I want to do? I don't need to replenish any of my men, of course. Oh, good, look at that. It's a... I want to build that. Cannot build. Required technology is whatever. Damn, I've got to get rid of the places. Oh, I can get that one. Yep, and this one I have to just... where am I? I have to just get rid of it. I'm really surprised, though, that I can't convert, dismantle. Can't build. Required technology needs to be researched. Wow. Maybe I just need to go back a grade or something. Because I can certainly get grain harvest type towns. In fact, that's one. Eastern Small Town. That's a minor settlement, but it's got food with it, +7 food, because it's a grain one, you see. Whereas this one is also grain. But maybe... oh, it's a level 4. I've got to go back to a level 3 building because I haven't advanced enough to have that one. That's the problem. Well, the next place I need to take really is Alexandria. I told you already it's going to be up over the walls, isn't it, in the corner of the walls, and then an easy victory that way. I might even just do an auto-resolve, depending on the number of casualties I'm going to get and the amount of time it's going to take to replenish those troops. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. So, the Blood and Gore is working, and I'm going to try the other software and see how it records. So if the sound isn't quite so good, or the quality isn't quite so good, or whatever, give me some feedback. We'll see how we go. If it doesn't work at all, if I can't do it, I can't merge the videos on it because I have stopped and started, then I will put the old video recording, use the old video recording software. I'll make a note saying which one I've used, and if I've used the new software, I'll put a note on the comments, and then you can get back to me, maybe through Google Plus, who knows. Okay, thanks again, folks.